Not all brands are the same, but I definitely say the homie Maxwell and them over at Royal Gold, they knock it out of the
Royal
park.
Gold, great people.
They're very
great people. I
big
remember
on-
when they ran into you at MJ.
Yeah, man, cool guys.
Dude.
They're very big and adamant on quality sourcing of the cocoa, not something that's scraped up off of the beaches and just covered with salt water and not treated and just compressed and sent out like brickweed in the 90s. You know, they want it to be taken care of good and something that represents people who want to grow cocoa. Because if you do this in your first time growing it, it's a salty batch of shit. It's going to turn you off completely and you're never going to grow cocoa again. And I know a lot of people in the past who've grown cocoa once, never did it again because they said they had nutrient lockouts, plants were yellow and decaying, the seeds didn't grow. That's why.
I have 2 bricks of cocoa out there, and the reason I don't go crow.
Crow.
I don't go crow. I don't grow
He's a
cocoa
pigeon.
is because of the perceived complications that go. The fact that you have to step 1, buffer. No thanks.
Bruce
There's
buffers. The
steps.
only
Rinse,
buffer I would
rinse,
deal with.
then
Rinse.
buffer.
Rinse.
Two
Yeah, there you go.
steps.
You already lost me. Too many steps.
Prince
I'm
and
using
Bruce buffer.
Premixed. I cut open the bag and put it in a
Well,
pot.
Premixed
Yeah.
has a cocoa now as well. They've got one
They
that's
do.
ready to
You're
go
absolutely right.
and is more commercial driven and focused. So it's very clean, high quality, sourced well.
Won't use it.
And they made, of course, but they made sure it's easy for people like yourself to be able to grab it without the worry of all of this extra shit. But you're going to pay the premium for that.
Sourcing.
Yeah, you pay more money, right, to get one of those pre-buffered bags,
Oh,
for
yeah.
example, versus the brick. A lot of people are on a budget, right? So they'll gladly spend the time rinsing and buffering if they can save
Well,
$5, $10,
Do they still brick it
$50.
No,
after it's been buffed?
no.
Oh, you buy it in a bag at that point?
Yeah, it's in a bag like your soil.
Got you. Okay.
Now,
got you.
it's like, do you buy a bag of shredded cheese or a brick of cheese? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's a little more cheaper, a little cheaper
To
if you're
buy the
dealing
brick.
with the brick. And that's often the case. It's processed. Somebody has labor to make this better
That's a
for
really
you.
good
So we're
analogy.
paying for labor.
It's a really good
Thank
analogy.
you.
I like
Cheese is
that.
good.
I like that.
Shout out
But
to
shredded,
Ty.
someone's got to do that for you.
If you
Or
feel like, yeah,
you think a machine, but I'm sure it's just
it's a kind of a machine because they're going to start with that, but it's a person who's probably cranking them bitches
the arms
in.
getting tired.
Yeah, arms getting tired. Soon it'll be robots, but for now, it's manual labor that we have to pay for if we don't want to do the extra work.
Right.
It's the same that goes with pre-blended stuff when it comes to your amendments for soils. You know, Stash Blend, of course, shameless plug on one of those. You can either go and get stuff all on your own and mix it all together into your soil, or you can grab it and have it done for you like this. But you're paying a little bit more money for that premium of labor that's added to it and the cleanliness and guarantee.
It makes it so much easier to go with something like a pre-mixed or a bagged soil with nutrition already in it, right? But one thing you have to be careful, it could be working against you if it's too hot, if that soil comes with too much nutrition and your seedlings sprout from the medium and all of a sudden you're getting burning that's happening and nitrogen toxicity is happening, right? So you could certainly get a soil that's too hot, it's working against you. There are so many good brands out there. There are some better than others. I mean, a lot of people say Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil is too hot and that nobody should be using it. I used it for 15 years and I didn't get
Never had a
burning.
problem,
Yeah, I mean, I made videos on this and showed that I didn't get any burning from these seedlings, that the seedlings actually thrived. But there are a lot of people that do encounter that burning. Maybe it was a different batch, right? Some people complain that, oh, well, the batch you got was okay, but when they mix next time around, there's other batches that are more hot. So there's inconsistency in their processing, their mixing process. So some bags are hot, some bags are not. I don't know if that's true or not.
15 years.
But-
they
15
just
years.
ran
Did
it.
you use the same
Yeah,
damn
that's what I'm
bag?
saying. Like, these are people who are like, no, my scenario is different. And it's like, yeah, it probably is. Your genetic is more sensitive potentially. Or maybe you watered too much. Or maybe you didn't realize that your water has minerals already in it quite a bit. And it's not RO water. So there's a lot of variables that come into play. But having soil that's too amended or has too much food is definitely a headache. Because bouncing back from that, you're pretty much washing out the food that's in there.
Yeah,
And then re-adding more food.
kind of like
to
money
this.
down the drain, right? 'Cause you
100
paid
pounds,
for that
literally.
nutrition.
Quite literally, money
Mhm.
down the drain.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when you start off too hot in a soil, you don't see it immediately. It's a few weeks in, and at that point, it's kind of hard to see to correct your plant because it's another few weeks out from there. And then again, cleaning your soil out or re-amending it, it's another few weeks out from there. So it gets to the
That's a
point.
lot of time for a new
That's-
grower to be like, I just put all this in there. I want to grow right now. That's
Hot
how I would
soil's
be.
tough.
But you're telling me you got 30 days of cooking or whatever the process is.
2
of-
weeks in that case, you
I
know.
think you're
but-
getting out of here.
But I
Yeah.
think this is where you got a lot of people who the pre-bagged stuff is the go-to move, but usually it's got to be consistent quality stuff. You know, I've used use Kist Organic stuff? Did you use their bags of soil? I know Chad Westport
No.
has a bag of soil mixed with them.
I used that one. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
And I've done the Build a Soil 3.0 mix. Like it's more expensive. You're paying for soil
And
you know,
shipping.
and shipping. It's sometimes more expensive than the bag of soil itself. However, it's pretty much dummy proof. You know, it's like a lot of times the consistency from what I've seen of like a tote, they're not a tote, like a pallet damn near at this point, is everything has been spot on. It depends obviously on the company and where you're sourcing it, circling back to that, but making sure that if you're not confident with this, you know the signs of your plant to read them before it gets too far. If the plant's dying and decaying, you're probably too far. But if you're noticing some curling, some darker looks, or some lime green, it's big trouble in Little China here.
Yeah, and it could have too much nutrition in there, so it could be hot and have detrimental effects. It could be the right amount of nutrition, like a Build a Soil or Kiss Organic soil or something like that, where it's spot on, you'll be good to go. Or it could be not enough nutrition in it. And that's another thing that'd be holding you back, right? You buy a bag of soil that you think is going to get you through the veg stage or think it's going to get you 20, 30 days into veg just by watering, but there's a lack of nutrition in that medium. It's already depleted. Some of these soils that you can buy at your local, your local nursery, it's a local brand. Like mine is called Dr. Q's soil. And I tried growing it at one time and it just didn't have enough nutrition to begin. A lot of people had.
I saw that video as well.
Yeah. So a lot of people was like, oh, you should have added amendments in there to begin, when really it was advertised as if there was nutrition in there and enough to kind of get you going for, a number of days. But I should have added nutrition in there to begin. And it could have been other reasons why. Maybe there was too compact of a soil, not enough aeration. That's another thing I'm sure we'll talk about here in a minute.
I was waiting for my time.
That. Yeah.
Yep, go ahead. Keep going.
So, but yeah, as far as like just lack of nutrition, that's another thing that can really hold you back. So get familiar with these bags that you buy. And or if you're going to amend and create your own soil, maybe the 1-to-1-to-1 and the nutrition you're added, follow a recipe that's already proven, that you already know in the space of the plant you're growing will work. And you got to give a shout out to Coots Mix and Build a Soil once again. It's on the Build a Soil website what that specific recipe is with all the amendments. So if you don't want to go the bag soil route, you'd rather mix your own, you can totally do that with success following a proven recipe.
This FTS clip was brought to you by AC Infinity, leaders in garden innovation. Use discount code TheStash15 at checkout to save some money on your order.
From the Stash Podcast.